Our next door neighbour Shirley, she's away on holiday for the week, so we promised to water all her allotment. That's Brian just watering her onions. I think it's onions or shallots, is it? Onions? Red onions.
Sure what they are.
Yeah, they're red onions, I can see.
But she's got flowers in amongst them as well. And some weeds.
Michael's up the top there, he's watering her potatoes. See if I can get a zoom in. He's giving her potatoes a water. Now, finally, I think we've got the raspberries solved. I'm told that if they're summer fruiting raspberries, if the new growth does not flower, does not get buds and fruit, then they are summer fruiting raspberries, and you must leave them and you must cut down all the growth that did flower. If the greenery comes from the ground and it flowers, that's an autumn fruiting one, and so you just cut that right back anyway. So what I've done is I've bought some coloured sticky tape and I've marked all the new runners in green. Then when they reveal themselves, I will mark the runners, if they're summer fruiting ones, I will mark them in yellow, and if they are autumn fruiting ones, I will mark them in red. So then I will know exactly what's what. At the moment I've marked all the new growth from the bottom, I've marked them in green, and so pretty soon I'll be marking them out, you know, once they've revealed themselves and they've flowered. So I think that's an easy way to do it, and that's the way I'm going to do it. So I think that's that solved anyway. I think most of them are summer fruiting anyway, but we'll see. There we are, folks. I thought I'd give you a little glimpse of how the golden ball turnips are doing. They're beginning to get a bit of bulk on them now, and they're growing really fast, so it won't be long before they're ready. And the Hurst green shaft peas has got pods on them, and quite a few flowers. We've got a load of African marigolds, and Michael's going to plant them all down the pathway here to break up the, you know, the starkness of the path. He's going to plant them all up the sides. I think we've got about, what did we say, 31?
33.
33, so it's 16 on each row. So I think, you know, that'll be nice, because it'll be just a lead up to the shed, you know, because it's got to look nice as well as be productive. Well, that's what we think anyway. So I'll get back to you in a moment. Now hopefully you can see that kohlrabi, how big it's getting. I think they're all pretty much the same size as that one, but they're coming on fine. Planting the African marigolds up the pathway. Those are the parsnips that I had at home in the garden. I just thought I'd bring them down and put them here, have them all together. But they are doing great in that tub there. That's the tender and true ones, and they're doing great. Right folks, Michael and Brian's planted all these African marigolds all the way up the path. You can barely see them because they're not very big, but they'll grow away. And we've kept a few spare just in case some of them don't grow, because it would look odd if there was one missing from the line. And just a reminder, folks, to keep your brassicas covered, because there is a lot of the cabbage white butterfly about, and you don't want loads of eggs and your leaves all eaten and messed up, so make sure you cover them. Bye for now. So I've taken the net off of the parsnips, and hopefully the carrots that are in there will be alright. They're up quite a bit now, so I think they'll be okay. Won't be too much of a disaster if they're not, because I intend to plant some more in big tubs at home, so they'll be fine. So hello YouTubers, just wanted to show you this on the peppers, and this will prove that you can bury peppers quite a ways up. Those things sticking out at the bottom, those are like new roots, so you can bury peppers just like tomatoes. And you can see that, look. These are all new roots coming out, so don't worry if your peppers are leggy, you can still bury them just like tomatoes. This was another thing I wanted to show you YouTubers. You know how you've got to pinch out your side shoots. Well, what do you do about this? This is a leaf joint, but it's got flowers on the leaf joint. How weird is that? I've never seen that before in a tomato. Oh well, I'm leaving it there anyway. Good morning YouTubers, it's the 28th of May 2015, and Brian and I have come to the decision that the onions are large enough to harvest, and because we got a bargain this morning, we managed to get 100 stew-on onion sets for 10p and some shallots for 10p, and they look okay, don't they? There's only a couple that don't look good, so Brian's going to pull up the first one and we'll see. Dig your fork right in, that's it.
Because I don't want it to dust.
Oh, it doesn't matter if the other one comes up, because you're bringing them up anyway, aren't you? Some of them are smaller than others, but quite deep roots, isn't there? And shake off just shake it off. And if you
look at that.
Hold it up to the camera.
That's a good one.
Put it in the palm of your hand so they can see the size.
It's a good size onion, that.
Yeah, and I don't think that these onions are particularly a particularly large variety, but that'll do for us.
Onion. Yep. This one I might as well take.
I'll switch off and then I'll switch on again when I get the camera sorted. Back again, because this is a better camera angle. Now I planted these onions in November, early November last year. And now if I put these new onion set, we'll dig over the ground, put some fertiliser in it. And if I put these new onions in, new onion sets, yeah, I think that's about probably...
about what you get in the shop anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, as I was saying, and we'll plant the onion sets, and they take 4 months, so we should be harvesting them around about September time, so that'll be just ideal, getting 2 crops out of one bit of ground, you know. Now we'll take these home and we'll lay them out and dry them. Find the ones that went to seed and use them up. But like I say, we're going to freeze them anyway, so. Right, I'll switch off now, and once we've lifted them all, I'll give you a a look of all what we've lifted. Bye for now. There we are, YouTubers. That's our onions. Some large, some small. But all in all, I think we've had a very good crop of overwintering onions there. Senshu was the variety, and I'll just find the biggest one. I'll switch off just now and look for the biggest one and show you the biggest one. Well, there we are, YouTubers. These are some of the biggest ones we've got. We've got quite a few this size, and that's my palm. So I would say that was a good sized onion for this type of onion. We're very pleased with them. And now Brian's digging over the place we took them out, and he's going to put some grow more in and till all the soil down, and then we're going to put our other onion sets in, the ones we bought for 10 pence. And I think there's probably there's 100 in the pack. There's a couple of them sprouted, so let's just say there's 20 that's no good. That's still 80 that's good, and we'll put them in along with the shallots that we bought for 10 pence. And so there's about 8 of those. So, and they'll be ready in 4 months, which will be September time, October, and that'll just be ideal. We'll get 2 crops from the one piece of ground. And I'll get back to you. Right then, YouTubers, after digging this over, putting plenty of grow more and bloodfish and bone into this patch, I've planted 70 Sturon onions, and up the top, I'm just getting the ticket because I can't remember what it was. Right at the end there's 4 golden gourmet, and down a bit there's 3 red sun shallots. So they only cost us 10 pence, and to get 70 out of 100 for 10 pence is a bargain in anybody's books. So that's all we're doing today. Brian's going to give this a really thorough water, and then we're going to take the onions home to dry in my garden, because the things tend to go missing when they've been harvested, so we're going to take them home. Anyway, now we're going to just get the rest of the watering done, and then we're going home, because I think we've done enough today. So bye for now. Well, hopefully, well, they stopped now, but there was a hen over there and it was making a hell of a racket, and I was thinking to myself, that's got to be a double yoker, got to be. Well, she might have passed it now. Yeah, I think she has. She's shut up now. She's been squawking for the last 10 minutes. Right, these are the peppers that are spare peppers, chilies, jalapenos and some other type, and they're spare, so we're just going to put them in this spare piece of ground and see how they go. And I'm not bothered if they don't work, it's just really an experiment. So, and Michael's going to do all that for me.
Yeah, the YouTubers have been they've been wanting to know a little bit about the history of how I got allotmenteering in my blood and all that, Mum. You know, they've been crying out for it.
Yeah.
So I thought I'd let them know a few things.
Yeah, why not?
I was an orphan. I was raised by North Korean tunnel rats and South Korean sewer rats about, 20 years ago or so. You know what I mean? When I was a baby. And Yeah. They taught me the ways of how to grow stuff. They used to have a game that they used to play down in the tunnels in the dark, where they'd get a couple of daffodils and they'd stick the daffodils in a cage and drop a little bit of water in there. It was kind of a 2 daffodils enter, 1 daffodil leaves kind of deal, you know. Only enough water for 1 daffodil to survive. It was quite barbaric watching, well, we're just watching the daffodils going at it, you know, for the water. And that's when I decided I had to get out of there. I had to get away. So I packed up my kit and I burrowed my way to the surface. And that's when I ran into my mum and dad, who took me in and took me over here, and ever since then I've gone from there.
Well, you've had allotmenteering in your blood, haven't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
What was
I even drink dandelion and burdock to remind me of the enemy. You know what I mean?
And what were you telling me about the daffodil?
Oh, that is so much in my blood.
Yeah.
That one time that I went to the toilet, I swear I passed a daffodil. That's how much in my blood it is. Which is quite a lot.
Oh well.
Right.
As long as you enjoy yourself.
Yeah.